name is Rani Al-Baghdadi. I'm the GM of Kizana here in the Dubai office. Kizana, we are the company that built Al-Manhal. And Al-Manhal, you can consider it to be the first um, the first Middle Eastern digital publishing company. We were the first company to, like you're accustomed to Elsevier and Wiley and ProQuest and EBSCO, we did exactly that for Middle Eastern content. I say Middle Eastern content because we're usually, when people think of Al Manhal, they think of Arabic content, and that is correct. But now, Al Manhal is about 12 years old. We've evolved a lot. We've crossed 500,000 academic documents, and I'll go through the details of that. About 85% of it is in Arabic, about 10% is in English, and about 4% is in French, and that's content that we get from Lebanon and from Tunis, Algeria, and Morocco. The English content comes from across the Middle East because science, technology, and medicine in the Middle East, as you know, is taught in English, is researched in English, and universities publish local journals, medical, technology, engineering journals in English. When you think of Al Manhal, think about content from the Middle East. We are aggregating our content from 100% of the content is academic. It is academic books, 23,000 academic books, approximately 400,000 academic articles from approximately 1,000 peer-reviewed journals from the Middle East. And then we have master's and PhD theses from the Middle East and strategic reports and strategic studies from think tanks and universities and strategic studies centers in the Middle East, like Emirates Center for Strategic Studies and Research, as an example. When you think of the Middle East, our content, these 500,000 documents, come from Morocco all the way through North Africa, the Gulf, the GCC, and of course, the Levant. We have content from Morocco all the way through to Lebanon and all of the GCC. But you can say that the four publishing centers of the Middle East are Lebanon, Jordan, the UAE, and Egypt. So probably about 60% of our content is coming from these four countries. The UAE, we have a lot of content from Sharjah University, UAE University, Sharjah Police Academy, Dubai Police Academy, Motivate Publishing, all the different kinds of academic book publishers, as well as the universities. But of course, the universities in Saudi Arabia, the universities in Qatar, the universities in Oman, the University of Jordan, of Cairo, are publishing about the GCC, about the UAE. So, it's regional content that is all intertwined. Let me get into I'll share a quick presentation just to go over a little bit more about the content. And then we can jump straight into the platform. This is really is what we have strived to do all of these years, is to be the trusted provider of Middle Eastern academic content in the Middle East. We've been doing this for, as I said, more than 12 years. We're aggregating our content from more than 800 publishers and university presses in the Middle East and North Africa. There's approximately 400 universities around the world that subscribe to Al Manhal and rely on us for authentic Middle Eastern content. And last year, we had about 4.2 million unique researchers that were accessing the platform and downloading academic content. Just about our name, Kizana comes from the Khaznet al-Ma'rifah, which is the original House of Wisdom, which was crucial for Islamic the Renaissance in science and technology and social science that occurred from the Islamic Empire. Like I said, we're trusted by universities across the largest universities in the UAE, the largest universities in the Middle East. We have about 300 universities in the Middle East that subscribe to Al Manhal. And around the world, Arabic is the sixth largest language in the world, the fastest growing language in the world. Arabic is the second most globalized language in the world, which means that it is either the first or the second spoken language in a country. And of course, this is because the Quran al-Karim is written in Arabic and the Islamic world. Arabic is the second language in Malaysia, China, Indonesia, in Pakistan, in Sri Lanka, in parts of Africa. It's the fastest growing language in Europe, in the United States, in Australia. So when you compare Arabic and Middle Eastern and Islamic studies, they all fall under the Middle East and Islamic studies departments globally. We go to all of these universities, and it is a more important regional study than French language and literature and Germanic studies and Japanese studies or South Asian studies. It is one of the most relevant regional studies on the planet because of Islam, because of the geopolitics of the region, and because of what the GCC represents in terms of energy and renewable energy and AI now. And all of these topics are of global importance. Um, this is just naming some of the top publishers. It's very difficult for us to list them all because we're aggregating our content from more than 800 publishers. But we have the most important academic publishers, and we aggregate our journals from the most important universities across the Middle East. And now I will go straight this last slide. Like I had said, we've crossed 500,000 publications, 450,000 articles, 23,000 ebooks, strategic studies, dissertations, and videos. We adhere. The reason why so many universities in the world can subscribe to Al Manhal and get access, we have to adhere to international publishing standards and academic standards, things like full text search. These are, as researchers and as faculty members and as students, when you search ProQuest or Clarivate or Elsevier, these are standards like full text searchability. We're indexed in EDS and Summon, meaning that you can start your searches in your discovery platform and find the content from Al Manhal. You can copy, paste. We have citations, transliteration, usage statistics, and all of these different things. The other important factor is this is the coverage of subject areas. Now, a lot of times, and I'll spend a little bit of time talking about this. A lot of times when we go to universities of science and technology and medicine, they traditionally they would tell us, the content that we need is from the West. And that is absolutely correct. I mean, if you're looking at the latest advancements in nanotechnology or in polymer chemistry or nuclear physics, you are going to the American Chemical Society, you're going to the Institute of Physics, you're going to Elsevier. But when it comes to regionally relevant content, things like how has erosion impacted, how does the UAE climate impact erosion? Or how has commercial how have regulations in the UAE for nuclear facilities changed? Or is there any research that has come out of UAE University in regards to renewable energy or climate change or computer science? Or how has cybercrime grown in the United Arab Emirates? These are topics that there's a lot of research that is being published in local journals like the UAE Journal of and UAU journals, Sharjah University journals, Ajman University journals, King Saud, King Abdulaziz, Sultan Qaboos University. So there is locally relevant research that is being published in local journals. In STM, in science, technology, and medicine, these are found in our English language journals that we aggregate from the Middle East. But then there's also research that's being published in Arabic that um, hasn't been accessible to universities before. Um, and with our AI, which I will show, that's the breakthrough that is revolutionary now in today's day and age, is that we've even removed language as a barrier, which means your users can search in English and the AI brings them back relevant results and generates text in English from Arabic academic documents. Now, um, I'll come back to this slide. We also believe that as a library, Khalifa University, the majority of your students are Arab. I would imagine that a significant number of the faculty are also Arab from the UAE, the students from the Middle East studying in the UAE, and your faculty, many of them are from the UAE that studied abroad, studied here, as well as faculty members that are from other Arabic countries. So just as the leading university in the UAE with such a large Arabic population of students and faculty, these students and faculty members, if you're going in to look for books about the history of the UAE, the history of the nation, the leaders, about Islam, about politics, about psychology, business, economics, Al Manhal is where you're going to find this content. So we're looking to serve the library and the users of Khalifa University in two ways. One is to immediately give you access to the largest Arabic collection of academic and scholarly content for your Arabic native readers and your Arabic native faculty members, but also the journals of the Middle East in science, technology, and medicine, the local journals and the local books are published in English. So this is where you will find those journals. But once again, it should be communicated to faculty and students, and faculty know this by intrinsically, is that it's a different kind of research that they will find in Manhal versus the primary scientific platforms. If you're looking for the latest nanotechnology, no, it's in ACS. But if you're looking about regional research that has been done in that field, that's in Al Manhal. Now, the third aspect of Al Manhal is our introduction to of artificial intelligence into our platform. And for us, this is truly remarkable because what it has done, it has removed language as a barrier from academic research to do with the Middle East. Um, what I like to do is I like to jump right in This is the platform that you have access to, and you have access to all of the content, and you have access. You're one of the first universities in the world to take the AI component as well. By default, it will be on AI, but then you have keyword and full text search toggle here. I'm going to go and do straight a search in AI, and we will do a search on how has cybercrime grown in the UAE. Reasoning, and I search. Our AI has been trained on all of the full text indexed content inside Al Manhal, and I'll explain that. We have about 500,000 documents in Al Manhal. About 150,000 of them are full text search. We have about 350,000 open access journals, which are not included in the AI because they are PDFs. We've created rich metadata. You can search the metadata and the PDF and then view the PDF. And I'll explain that in more detail shortly. But I asked here the question, how has cybercrime grown in the UAE? And it has generated this text for me. I searched in English. It generated the text for me in English. And these, in the world of AI, this is what we call the snippet. It got this piece of information. This snippet was generated from this document. This book, it's a book from the UAE, published in 2020. This snippet was published from this book. This is a article that is bilingual Arabic and English, published from Saudi Arabia, and so on and so forth. These are the summaries. And we have, what we're doing is, for research purposes, we as researchers and academicians, you know more than me that one of the risks of just sending people to ChatGPT or Perplexity is that you want them to get their research from academic peer-reviewed content. Our AI is acting more like an AI powered discovery platform sitting on top of academic and peer-reviewed Arabic and Middle Eastern content from the Middle East. So what we want them to be able to do is to find the relevant content. Let's say that this user is a non-Arabic speaker or reader, and they're seeing here 2000 report, cybercrime in the UAE it costs 2.8, and they want more information on this. They see that this snippet came from this article published in 2020. They can get a full summary of the document. And they can decide, okay, this document actually is very important to my research. Then they can jump directly into the full text. And in the full text here, and this user, and in the full text, this is the Al Manhal, the traditional Al Manhal platform. Users can intrinsically, they know how to use these. They can download the article. If there's graphs and charts, they can take a screenshot or a snapshot, print it, download full issue. They can share it. They can take notes. They can highlight and keep in their bookshelf. They can add to their bookshelf. If they add to their bookshelf and they download the Al Manhal app, they can have it offline. Everything that you would expect from a research platform. They can see the table of contents. They can jump chapters. But let's assume that this user still doesn't read Arabic. They're a non-native Arabic speaker. They can either summarize it here, or they can chat directly with the document. And they can say something like, Um, please list all of the different types of cybercrime mentioned this document. And they get full details for them to be able to use it. Now, this is a non-Arabic reader being able to interact with a document, with an Arabic document. We look at this and we say, like, if a researcher was doing research about cybercrime, and a lot of your researchers are doing research that is locally relevant about Abu Dhabi, about the UAE, impact on the UAE, impact of the UAE on the world. And so when they're doing cybercrime, they're going to places like EBSCO and ProQuest. But the kind of content that they're going to be able to find here, this document, let's see, this was an article on online violation of privacy crime, comparative jurisprudential study as per UAE law, published from Sharjah Police Academy. This is an absolutely unique document that can only be found in Al Manhal. I'll give another example. Let's say we do a search on how have um, how has government regulation evolved in regards to climate, to renewable energy in UAE. We say, there's certain research that only a country and only a university in a country will do for itself. No one will study renewable energy regulation in the UAE except for universities in the UAE and think tanks in the UAE. Um, and so, how will climate change, engineering, management, and this is the kind of research that we want to help. Look at this, the Emirati approach to sustainable climate change, the Emirates Center for Strategic Studies and Research, future of Arab oil, parish. This don't really, I decide this is important to me, then I can jump. This means the publisher has taken out this document. So on and so forth. Now, um, that's the AI search. Um, if you have users, I mean, all of your users are searching in English. Um, we, but this engine works in Chinese, Malaysian, French, Spanish, German. It actually removes language as a barrier. And this is something we're very, very excited about. To conduct complete research, we believe that most of your users will start in AI, but we also advise to go to traditional keyword research. And the reason for this is that we have started indexing open access content. Now, the difference between the open access content is that this is content that we have harvested from universities. This is content that is published about the Middle East and from the Middle East, and is in all different languages, but it is about the Middle East. So if I come here and I go to language of these documents, this is the Middle East. I'll go to English. And this is the refining tools in Al Manhal. But I can do a search here and I can say uh, nuclear energy. I have a search here. I'm searching in English. Search within the results, UAE in title. I have, as you see, 7 results, nuclear crime scene investigation for UAE power sector. Environmental cost of skiing in the desert in the UAE. Let's see, it is this. This is an article. This is an open access journal. So the difference between the open access journal is that it is a PDF. It's about the UAE. So we have harvested it and we have created rich metadata and indexed it in the platform. I'll give, may I ask that the group, as we like to do this, we really like to take searches, relevant searches. Now, with everything that I've said, would someone like for me to do an example? Because this is really the way that we can show to do real world searches to see how we would find the relevant content in Al Manhal. So from the group, is there anyone that has a topic in mind, a subject, a prompt that they would like me to search and use in as example? Access, access set. Yes, access. Okay, that's a question from Ronnie. I'll do a search. Let me see how this works. Um, Let me do something here. And if somebody has a search prompt in mind, if you would just type it into the chat while I do this next one. Um,
Rani, sorry for interruption. Can we show the users how to access it through the Khalifa University library homepage? Maybe towards
okay,
the end or in the middle.
definitely. Would you like me to do that, Ronnie, or would you
I
like to
don't
do
think
that?
you have access to our system.
All right. So if you want
So
to
I will
share,
show if you give me like a few minutes.
okay, I'll leave it to the end.
Okay.
Let's see here. Something else. Let's see. Khalifa University. Search.
The screen is not shared here.
Okay, sorry. These are all publications that are mentioning Khalifa University in them, and many of them are Arabic or in even different languages. Let's do another search and see, as an example, in the AI. Um, How has climate change impacted the UAE? See here. It's clear that this book is an important book, as most of the snippets are coming from. No, there's more. Yeah, most of the snippets are coming out. But you also find. So this is where we say this is the kind of research and the kind of content that you will only find in Al Manhal. It's clear here from this, and I'm showing how someone would use it. And really, it's for a researcher is to be able to effectively find the two or three regional references that complete or give them an aspect of their research that can't be found anywhere else. So if I did this, the impact of climate change in the UAE, and I see that this is from this book from 2019, and so is this one, this snippet, and so is this snippet. It means that this book is highly relevant to climate change in the UAE. Now, of course, there are other sources from the Emirates Center for Strategic Studies, from this another book, um, but this one book is being cited multiple times, which tells us, tells the researcher that this book actually is very relevant. And my IP here that I'm giving my demo from is not the same as your IP that you have full access to, because I'm outside of the my IP range. There's a conflict. That's why it's giving me that. Now another, if we wanted to show complete research, we would tell your users do a search in the AI, and it is natural language search. It is let me show an example for your Arabic users. If they were to come in, and you do a search in so for your Arabic users that want to search in Arabic, IP, my apologies about the IP. You won't face that in on campus. Yeah, there's an IP conflict that I'm having here. Um, Now this is the AI. For your Arabic users that are interested in searching for social science and humanities content, books about economy, business, the UAE history, Arab history, Islamic studies, um, education, distance learning, anything like that, we would urge them, they want content from the Middle East in Arabic, Al Manhal is their place to go. For your non Arabic users that want content about the UAE, about science and technology and medicine in the UAE, impact on the UAE, we urge them to come to the AI to do a search in English and to get results from Arabic content. Then, to complete research, we recommend that users, especially the if it's for Arabic users, to come in and to search in Arabic and to have access to the Arabic collections in Al Manhal, which is more than 85% of the content. But for the English language users, they can search in English and get results from the English content in Al Manhal. When you're looking at it, it's about 10% of 500,000 documents. So there's about 50,000 documents that are in English that are published from Middle Eastern institutions. So this is where in this kind of document, impacts of climate change in the UAE, you see, I mean, this is from Harriet Watt University. This was a researcher, probably in the Dubai campus, that published this and uh, and then published it with their mother university. And this is the kind of research that we believe is very unique to Al Manhal. Come here, you can sort by you want the publishing country from the UAE. Publication year. Ronnie, with that, I will let you show how to access Al Manhal from the library, or
Yes,
and
yeah,
then
yeah. If you, yeah, I will. It's like 2, 3 minutes.
so
I can, yes.
are there any questions from the group? Any questions at all?
Somebody is asking, is it available in the KU Connect? Yes, there is a way to connect it through the KU Connect, but the actual way is to go to the library homepage. I will show you how to access it, and that access point is available in various ways of Khalifa University portals, like for example KU Connect. But the actual way is to, I'm sharing the screen here. Go to KU Khalifa University homepage. From the homepage, it's to the academics and the library. If someone is new here, this is helpful to know how to go to the library homepage. So all the resources and services of KU library is available in this interface. This is the Khalifa University homepage. And here there is resources. In the resources, there is an A to Z list of all the resources. So here, Al-Khasna, actually the name of Al-Khasna is Al-Manhal. That's why it is in the alphabet A. And Al-Manhal, yeah, this is the database. If you want to read about Al-Manhal, there is a short description. to go to the Manhal, and you need to give your university single sign-on credentials. Even through the KU Connect, you have to go through this steps. So this is the platform. The difference is we have to go through a proxy bit like khalifa.idm.oclc.org. So this is the one authenticate the users coming from Khalifa University and give access to them. So it's very important that you have to access it through Khalifa University homepage, A to Z list, Al Khazna. The same link provided in the Lip Connect also. So this is the platform. And to make sure that this proxy bit is available in the link. Is there any doubt on how to access this resource? Every resource, not only the Al Khasna, all the resource of Khalifa University Library, the access is through the Khalifa University Library homepage. Addresses, library.ku.ac.ae, e-resources.
Thank
Okay,
you,
Rani, you can
Mimi.
continue. You can
Thank
continue.
you both. No, I'm saying Rani, so both of you are Rani. So, um, have we covered everything, Mr. Rani?
I believe so, unless there's any other questions from the group.
Any question? I'll stop recording.